Hello friends. There are many unknowns to be solved, but there is a lot of hope. Opinion article. Will the election be cancelled? Rudy Giuliani is convinced. Sidney Powell claims to have the evidence. Declassification of the Obamagate case not ruled out. A cannot message ensures the president's victory. There will be no new world order because it's against cosmic law. Humanity couldn't survive without direct divine intervention. List of tools provided to reach the golden age. Let's start. The president's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, said on Sunday on Fox News that the elections will be annulled because he has evidence that cannot yet reveal, describing the sworn statement of dozens of witnesses who saw the introduction of illegal votes at the polls without being able to be monitored by legal observers of the Republican Party. Only the Supreme Court would have the authority to annul the election and order a rerun with more guarantees. In military terms, the Republican team conducted carefully reconnaissance and intelligence on the enemy for a week. They collected several sworn statements on election fraud, witnesses who confirmed their testimony under oath. But on the night of 10 November, the reconnaissance was completed and a massive artillery bombardment began in the form of lawsuits in several key states and the opening of criminal investigation into violation by the Justice Department. It does not help the White House will bring into battle the strategic reserves available only if the president of the state apparatus, for example, in the form of a complete declassification of Obamagate case. In any case, this is not the end, but the beginning of this process. Contest. The president is challenging the election vigorously in court. Rudy Giuliani told Sunday Morning Futures that right now our cases are the most developed in Pennsylvania and Michigan. During an interview with Fox Business anchor Maria Bartiromo, attorney Rudy Giuliani detailed the scope of the crimes committed in this election, says they will overturned, and added that we have evidence that I cannot yet disclose. Sidney Powell said, "We are preparing to overturn the election results in several states," and said he has enough evidence to launch a widespread criminal investigation. "I don't comment without the evidence to back it up," he added, and said the election software changed millions of votes. "They can see the voting in real time," he added. "They can run a computer algorithm to change the votes as needed, eliminate or alter the votes so that the candidate wins. This is a massive electoral fraud, which is widespread in at least 29 states. It's obvious that the algorithm and statistics that our experts are tracking are many votes, and when they change the vote, it's going to surprise everyone in this country when we can put it all together and explain it with affidavits and experts who have come forward. According to such a file, some people forget that electoral crimes should be committed and not suspected. Trump is not one of them." Harvard law professor emeritus Alan Dershowitz predicted that the president will try to fix the elections in a way not seen since the 19th century. In an interview with Newsmax, the legal expert said the president is no longer trying to reach 270 electoral votes, but will concentrate on denying the Democratic candidate's chance of winning 270 electoral votes. The U.S. Congress has issued an official statement acknowledging that there is no elected president at this time until the Supreme Court rules. This is the paragraph. There are enough statewide races in question, so that there is not yet an apparent president or vice president elected. Complaints. A Republican lawyer claims that the mafia may be involved in the election fraud and that he has a witness willing to testify in exchange for a pardon. Jordan Sekolu has made it public that the alleged head of the Philadelphia Mafia, Skinny Joe Merlino, may be ready to criticize the Democratic Party operatives in exchange for a total elimination of his criminal record of decades. According to publications, Merlino was in charge of preparing some 300,000 votes for the Democratic candidate, obtaining some $3 million for the job. This report insists that Skinny Joe Merlino manufactured more than 300,000 votes for the Democrats and transported them in cardboard boxes to a backroom in the Philadelphia Convention Center. From there, the votes were scanned into ballot boxes and then placed along with the actual electoral votes that were being prepared for processing. Georgia recount discovers more than 2,600 uncounted ballots in Floyd County. More than 2,600 uncounted ballots in Georgia's Floyd County were recently found during a statewide recount for the 2020 presidential election, according to reports. The Democratic votes were counted up to 8 times in Detroit. Melissa Caroni, who participated in the presidential election at the Detroit Convention Center, is an IT assistant, has denounced that the votes for the Democratic candidate were counted up to 8 times during the tabulation that took place between November 3rd and 4th. A list of dead voters in Michigan is published. The list, with more than 10,000 alleged dead voters, have been given to the Republican candidate, who will surely be making good use of it by making it available to the courts to act against it. Unconstitutionality. Trump says 2020 elections were unconstitutional. The president claimed in a series of new tweets that the 2020 elections violated the Constitution. The president, who is competing for a second term, wrote on Sunday, "Many of the court cases being presented throughout the country are not ours, but those of people who have seen horrible abuses. Our important cases show the unconstitutionality of the 2020 elections and the atrocities of the things that were done to change the outcome. They will soon be presented." Trump urged the Congress to pass big focused economic rescue. The president urged Congress on Saturday to pass a new big focused economic stimulus package to show the deterioration caused by health care crisis and amidst stalled negotiation between Democrats and Republicans. Pennsylvania voting lawsuit changed. The president's campaign will withdraw a central request in the lawsuit that seeks to stop the certification of voting results in Pennsylvania, a state where the Democrat allegedly beat the Republican to get the votes needed to win the presidential election. Wisconsin recount would cost $7.9 million. The president would have to pay $7.9 million if he wants a statewide recount of an official result that indicate he lost to the Democrat by about 20,500 votes. Message. A message from Saint Germain through James McConnell, dated 8th November, couldn't be clearer in this respect. The one who is showing to be running as is the president of this country will not beat the president. He will not reign as a president here. I cannot tell you more about that, but it's destined that he who has been president will go on. He refers to Trump. I cannot say how long he will continue because other forces are at work here. Other forces of the light of the divine plan are at work. And as we have said, everything is being orchestrated here for your freedom. Freedom not only of this country, but of the entire planet. That's what is happening here now. Freedom to live your life as you want to live it. Not to be locked up and to be in a controlled situation, manipulated like puppets by those who would try to do so, those who try to control the world. There will be not new world order. It will not happen. It could never happen. The earth will not take over by those who would try to decimate and desecrate it. It will not happen. It cannot happen. It's against cosmic law. So, all of you who came here for this mission, wake up now. Wake up to the mission before you. When we said that you are the warriors of light and no longer you are the light workers, we are talking to this group now. We are speaking now to those who will resonate with these words. The time has passed to sit back and simply watch the show. You are not part of the show, if you will allow yourself. So allow yourselves to move forward and get up from those couches, to stop watching the news that is coming and to make your own news. Create your own reality here. That's what this is all about. Being in the moment and carrying the moment right now forward. Believe in the plan. Trust in the plan. It's there for a reason. It's there with a purpose. Everything has happened that is happening has a purpose in this moment. So everyone must trust. Trust the plan. Trust in the independence to get ahead, as I spoke to you recently. Independence not only of this country, but of the entire planet. That's what's coming, and that's what is meant to be. But you must weather the storm a little longer. But don't just sit back and sit through the storm. This is not the time to be in the eye of the storm. However, stay calm, but don't let everything that happens around you take over. Rather, you grab it. That's where you have to go now. Share the light. Spread the light at every opportunity, every chance you get. If you need to speak in a crowd, do so. If you feel the inclination to do so, speak your truth out loud now to everyone, to anyone who will listen. The divine tools were provided to the human being to perform this monumental task, according to a message by Rudy Giuliani entitled The Sixth and the Final Golden Age. Without a divine intervention, humanity would be destroyed like sick cells eating healthy cells, and taking over and destroying the body's life force. The Spirit of God moved upon the humans, and they began to pray for help. There was already a plan to answer these prayers, and the golden age of humanity was put into play. Many dysfunctional aspects of society will have to be addressed with solutions that are synergetic in their application, so that each element of dysfunction can be fixed in harmony with other problems. The dysfunctional aspects are: first, governments that comply with the Yesara plan. Second, quantum financial system. Third, healthcare through holographic cameras and other modalities. Fourth, a new world economy led by people, not controlled by government, that works for all people. Fifth, a personal belief system based on faith, not monetized, not organized, where each person creates his own relationship with deity according to his own understanding and guidance based on the Spirit. Sixth, personal sovereignty honored by society and those who are elected and wish to serve in government. The last item, quantum computer. The fundamental tool that has been created for this golden age is the quantum computer. As a foundational tool, it had to be created with the highest technology available so that it could provide the necessary support without limitations for the success of this golden age. Many technologies will be created with the use of this computer. We will use the massive capacity it possesses for individual and commercial uses. We will have personal access to quality control, not only for our financial activities, but for many other things that will support our lives, just like a personal computer. You could say that quality control is the ultimate cloud. The quantum computer will become the quantum World Wide Web, or global quantum network for communications and other applications that will support our lives. It's possible to hack into and will provide personal security far beyond our current security applications. It will become our friend. We will not be interrupted by bad players interfering with us for financial gain. No more pop-ups, ads, or ads on your face that you have to correct to read the article or news. Other technologies will be created for advertising products, but quality control will not be used for paid advertisements of any kind. Quality control is permanent and will not require updates. It uses the quantum operating system per excellence that came from the heavens, the perfect tool for our time. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, friends.